I feel like the more there's civilization, the more evolution comes into sports, most especially football. The more modernization comes into sports, the more the sport is gradually becoming softer. Because if we actually look at it, in the past, I could remember when players used to go hard on each other, players used to go hard on themselves. They would do anything just to score a goal, just to win, just to get the win. But now you can't do those things anymore. Sometimes they rule out your goal because something happened behind the scene before you scored. Sometimes they will try to, they will book you for something meaningless, maybe for a tackle or for a tackle that would have been allowed in the past. Look at Gabriel Magali's dive yesterday. That was obviously a dive, and the referee counted that dive as a foul on Gabriel Magalis, and they didn't count that goal yesterday. There's one thing I love consistency. If you say this thing is a foul, if you say this thing is an handball, if you say this thing is an offside, let it remain that way. If another occasion arises or another situation arises that is actually similar to what you ruled out as a foul or an offside or whatever, stick to it. Not that you'll be changing out every time. This thing has been affecting the Premier League since a long time now. I don't know if they do it intentionally just to create controversy, just to get people to talk more about the league. I don't know. Because this same incident happened in Arsenal match versus Newcastle. I could remember vividly when Walter Mad did the same thing to Gabriel Magalis. Walter Mad used that thing to score, and the referee counted it as a goal. But yesterday, the referee disallowed that thing. Can you see the inconsistency in the officiating in the Premier League? They counted that same thing. It was Gabriel Magalis that this same thing happened to. They counted it as a goal for Newcastle, but yesterday they counted it as a foul. We really need to be consistent in the Premier League. We need to stop this corruption and be consistent. That wasn't a foul. That was actually a goal. That wasn't a foul. Gabriel Magalis literally dived. It was a simulation. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to be booked for that. But the goal didn't stand. They said they fouled him. He knew that he had lost the ball. That was why he dived in that such manner. Anyway, I hope the Premier League, they do better in these things, because it is actually killing the sport. It is killing the game. Inconsistency, it is killing the game. I hope the Premier League do something about this, because in the long run, it might affect the league. If we are being honest, in the long run, it might affect the league. So the Premier League, they should do better and do something about this thing before it gets out of hand. This is not the first time they have been doing this inconsistency thing, and this will not be the last time they will do it. But they need to do something about it. They need to stop it. Maybe they should hire better and professional referees that will be handling games instead of these ones that don't know anything about the sport. Regardless, congratulations to Arsenal again on their victory. We just need to pinpoint some things that were not right so that we avoid that mistake in other games.